We welcome to the show the event organiser of the Great Skinhead Reunion Free. How's it going, Simon?
Yeah, all right, mate. Good. Yep.
So, what can you tell us about the Skinhead Reunion? It's happening this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all happening this weekend. Starts at 12 o'clock noon at the Volks Club on Madeira Drive. Basically, it's free in the afternoon from 12 till about 6. And then we've got the Piranhas on in the evening, starting around about 7 till about 9:30. We're going to be in the Volks with live bands and stuff. And then from there, Friday night, we're going into the Life Club on Brighton Seafront. It's going to be that's wristbanded from that point on, from about 7 o'clock on Friday, for all the bands and DJs and everything. But anybody that hasn't got a ticket can come down and buy a ticket on the day, probably. And then on Saturday, we do the same again. We start at lunchtime, noon at the Volks, and we're there all afternoon. And we got skinheads and ex-skinheads and people from all over the world coming from as far as Colombia, Mexico, Norway, Scandinavia, America, all across Europe, all across England, Ireland, you name it, they're coming. And Brighton's going to be absolutely invaded with bald-headed people this coming weekend. Yeah,
it'd be fantastic.
So we've got a couple of bands on Saturday night. We've got one called the Two Tones, which is they do lots of ska, some of their own stuff, some covers. Really good band, actually, good dance and stuff. And then we've got a sort of quite a modern skinhead band coming on after that. One of the guys is from Poland, a couple of them from London, one from Sweden, and they do like a sort of, I suppose it's a bit oi, but not really full on oi. It's more sort of chilled out, sing-along sort of Cockney dance hall type of stuff, called Booze and Glory. And then from there we go to Ricky Tix. After that, we got Lee Thompson from Madness. He's going to be DJing in there. Again, everybody with a wristband will be going in there. So it's first come, first serve getting into that place, because it's going to be absolutely chocker. And then Sunday, we're down at the Life Club on Sunday, because they've got a big mini car rally going on Madeira Drive on Sunday. So we're all going to be on the beach between the two piers at Life Club. Again, it's free all afternoon. DJs playing the best ska DJs in the world, really, that are going to be there playing all their stuff. So come down there. And then Sunday night is going to be back in the Volks Club, and we got the local legends, Peter and the Test Tube Babies, playing on our finale for Sunday night. So, yeah, come along.
That would be great. So how much is it for a wristband?
Well, it's 30 quid for the entire weekend, and that gets you in to all the venues everywhere over the entire 3 days.
Bargain. So how did you first get involved in the music? What was your first love of the music?
Oh, God, being an old git that I am, I was into punk originally in the sort of mid-70s, late 70s, and then from there, Two-Tone came along when I was about 14, 15 years old, so I fell in love with Two-Tone, the Specials, Madness, that sort of stuff. Used to go to all the Two-Tone gigs, and it was just fantastic. I was between about 14 and 16, so that was your first sort of real love of music. And then from there, I just sort of stayed with it, really, and funnily enough, sort of backtracked, really, because ska music was introduced to me through Two-Tone, because I was in a punk, quite like the energy of it, and I grew up in quite a West Indian area, so reggae was part of our sort of sound of our estate, really. So it was just a natural progression, really, to start backtracking on the music, and then I got really into, early original sort of Trojan and Studio One and all that sort of stuff, and I've just loved it ever since, really. It's like a drug that gets in your veins and never really leaves you,
Yeah, definitely. So which of the acts that are going to be performing at the Skinhead Reunion are you most looking forward to seeing?
It's a difficult one, really. I mean, I think the Piranhas, to be honest, because they're a band that I haven't seen, and they had some really good songs sort of in the late 70s, Tom Hark and things like that. And the thing is, they weren't really part of Two-Tone, but they were sort of like on the outskirts of it, and we all really liked the Piranhas, so they're a band. They're a bit like Dexter's Midnight Runners in that they were very popular with us at the discos and all the reggae nights and stuff, but they're just a band that I never saw originally, and so I'm quite looking forward to seeing them. So them, I think, because the other bands, I mean, they're all very good, but, for me, it's more of a big gathering, really, big social gathering. I mean, I've got friends that I haven't seen for over 20 years that are coming, people that were skinheads back in the 80s that are now sort of grown up, got kids, mortgages and all that sort of stuff, and it's just, the internet, really, Facebook and everything, has linked up so many old friends from so many different areas. And to me, it's just a big, huge social gathering. That's the thing that I like more than anything. I mean, we could all go to gigs any day of the week, but to actually meet all your friends through the ages in one place is what it's all about for me, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And as you said, lots of people are coming from all over the place, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they're coming from, you know, everywhere. I mean, it's hard to... I mean, it's amazing because the first year was literally... it was meant to be just a couple of friends meeting up for a drink in a pub, and I thought, well, you know, why don't I see if the Volks is available, because it was just a great location and the film Quadrophenia, and anyone who comes to Brighton, that's just a natural place to go. And the guy who owns the club said, yeah, fine, you meet up in here and have a drink. And I said, oh, can we have a DJ? They said, yeah, and from there it just went bang, you know, and about 300 people showed up. Then last year we had Roy Ellis play, which was amazing, because I mean he's an original legend of reggae, and I mean there's not many of the old guys left, and he was just fantastic. And one of the things we're doing this year, I mean, I wanted to do something for charity. There was that tragedy in the week with a young guy being killed. So what we're doing is we're basically doing a big charity raising for the actual family of the kid that got killed. So all our patches with our Great Skinhead Reunion, we're basically giving all the money we raise from them to directly to the family. And we've had, hundreds of pounds already has been nominated for it. People have started sending money in already from all over. I mean, as far away as America, people saying, look, we can't come, obviously we're in America, but here's some money to give to the family. So, you know, because a lot of the guys that are coming, a lot of them are ex-soldiers. You know, there's some that are actual serving soldiers now. There's a lot that are, you know, we're in the Falklands, we're in Northern Ireland, and it's very close to the skinhead culture, army culture. It's very, very, very similar in this sort of whole morals and belief systems and comradeship and brotherhood and that sort of thing, you know. So we're doing something positive out of it this year. Yeah,
that's a great thing to do.
Yeah. That's just nice, isn't it, really, to just do something that's positive, you know, from it all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to the reunion. It's going to be great. So here's the Piranhas. They're going to be on is it the Saturday night?
Yeah, Friday night.
Friday night. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so down the Volks Friday night. Get down there for about... I mean, if you can't come for the day, definitely be there by about 7 o'clock if you want to see the Piranhas and get involved with the rest of the evening. So, yeah.
Great. Well, thanks a lot for joining us on the show.
Yeah. All right, mate. I'll speak to you soon. I'll see you. You're DJing, aren't you?
Yeah.